We will now view the notion of percentiles, which are measures of location of data when they are arranged in order. This is section 2.3, and in the OpenStax Introductory Statistics, it is also section 2.3, measures of the location of the data. In the Lumen Intro to Stats with Corequisite is in Module 2, Measures of Location. Again, we are working examples from the book, so you can view this video as you read the book, or you can just view the video by itself. So when I took my kids to the pediatrician, I was presented with growth charts, and below are some examples of growth charts for the height of boys. The left one is age 2 to 5 years, and the right one is boys 2 to 20 years. And when I look in the chart on the left, and I zoom in here, I see the percentiles listed to be the 3rd, the 15th, the 50th, the 85th, and the 97th percentile. And then when I look here, the percentiles listed are 3rd, 5th, 10th, 25th, 50th, that has the thicker line, 75th, 90th, 95th, and 97th. And when you go to the doctor and you take your kid to the doctor, then the doctor just goes and places a dot on the chart, and then the growth of the child is discussed between the parent and the doctor. So what would it mean if a dot was placed at the age of 3 years on the 3rd percentile, let's say here? And what would it mean if at 4 years old, let's say, it was on the 85th percentile? So what if at 4 years I would have a dot here? What would that mean? So think about it and pause the video and think about it, and then let's see what the video says after you restart it. So the 3rd percentile means that 3% of all children at that age, in our example it was 3 years old, have height less than or equal to the height of your child. And in the 85th percentile means that 85% of all children at that age have height less than or equal to that measure. So a 3rd percentile is kind of a shorter child, and an 85th percentile is a taller child. Since the percentile is the height that has that much percent of the population less than or equal to the value that you hold. Percentiles divide ordered data into hundredths. The score of the 90th percentile on an exam does not mean necessarily that you received 90% on the exam, but it means that 90% of the test scores on that exam are less than or equal to your test score, and 10% of the test scores are greater than or equal to your test score. Percentiles are used with very large populations, and notice that the less than or equal and greater than or equal are used since removing one data value from a very large data set does not significantly alter the data set. So you could also use greater than or less than when the populations are extremely large. Some very important percentiles are the median and the quartiles. So the quartiles split the data in quarters. The first quartile, the notation is Q1, is the 25th percentile. The second quartile is called the median, is the 50th percentile, splits the data in the middle. The third quartile, the notation is Q3, is the 75th percentile, and all of those have an Excel function called quartile, and in our project we explained that there are multiple quartile functions in Excel. We will use .inc, which means to include the endpoints, because we are working with small data sets. When you are working with very large data sets, you may want to exclude the endpoints. So all of these quartiles are found with the same function in Excel, the quartile function. You will give it the array of all your values, and then you will select 1, 2, or 3 if you are looking for the first quartile, the second quartile, or the third quartile. You can also use the same function to find the minimum and the maximum value of the data, because they are the 0 quartile and the 4th quartile. So you can use the quartile function with the same array of values and the indications 0 and 4, because 0% of the data is less than or equal to the minimum, and 100% of the data is less than or equal to the maximum value. So the median, as we said, splits the data in half, and that is because half of the data is less than or equal to the median, and half of the data are greater than or equal to the median. The values of the median, Q1 and Q3, do not have to be any of the actual observed values. And that is because sometimes we have to do math to find numbers that are located in the desired position. So we will do some examples here. So let's assume that we have this data that is not ordered, and we want to find by hand the minimum, the maximum, the median, quartile 1 and quartile 3. To find these values by hand, we need to order the data. So our first job is to write the data from smallest to largest. So pause the video and do that. After you order your data, you want to find how many data you have. And I have n equals 14 data values. So if I order them from smallest to largest, my minimum, the n is 14, my minimum is the value 1, and my maximum is the value 11.5. Halfway of 14 data values is 7 and 7, so the middle mark is between 7.2, which is the 6th data value, and 8, which is the 7.2 is the 7th data value, and 8 is the 8th data value. So to find the median, we have to average those two numbers. So the median will be 7.2 plus 8 divided by 2. So that is 15.2 divided by 2, and the answer is 7.6. So 7.6, as you see, is not one of the data values. And that is because the 50% mark fell evenly between the positions of the data set. If I have an even number of data values, then the median will be between the two middle data values. Now the left set, the lower half, has 7 data values, and the middle of them is the data value that has 3 on the left and 3 on the right. So it's position number 4. And that position number 4 has the value equal to 4. On the right side, I also have 7 data values. And again, the position number 4 will be the one that will have 3 on the left and 3 on the right. That position is equal to 10 as a data value. So the minimum is 1, the first quartile is 4, the median is 7.6, the third quartile is 10, and the maximum is 11.5. Reminder again, 4 means, as a first quartile, means that 25% of the data are less than or equal to 4, and 75 will be greater than or equal to 4. The median is 7.6. It means 50% of your data, 7 data values, will be less than 7.6 or equal to, and 50% of the data, the other 7 values, will be greater than 7.6, etc. The middle 50% of the data is between the first quartile and the third quartile, and that is because 25% of the data are smaller than Q1 and 25% of the data are larger than Q3. So the 50% of the data that are in the middle of the data values will be between Q1 and Q3. The difference of those two quartiles is called interquartile range, and it has a notation of IQR. The IQR helps indicate the spread of the middle half of the data and is used to determine outliers. Outliers are considered values that are too small or too large. And too small or too large is 1.5 IQRs from the first and the third quartile. So a potential outlier is lower than the value that we call the lower fence or greater than the upper fence. The lower fence is 1.5 IQR below Q1 and the upper fence is 1.5 IQRs above Q3. Potential outliers always require further investigation. A data point that is significantly different from the other data points is something that you want to investigate. We saw that in an earlier section in this chapter. These special data points may be errors or some kind of abnormality, or they may be a key to understanding the data. We have an example here. We have real estate prices, and we want to calculate the IQR and determine if there are any outliers. The prices are in dollars. I'm going to do this one in Excel so that I can show you the technology. Also, our project for this unit includes finding these values in Excel. So I have entered these values in our Excel spreadsheet. They are in the tab for section 2.3, and they are this piece of data. So if you highlight only the data values, this is your array, and your array starts from column B, row 22, and goes to column B, row 33. These are your values. So to find n, you will use the function count. You need to press equal every time you want Excel to do math for you, to do computations. So count, and then it says, can you give me the values? And you are going to highlight these guys, B22 colon B33, and it's going to count them to B12. And then to find the minimum equals quartile, and we will choose to include everything because we have a very small data set of 12 values. This is my array, comma, and then it says, what do you want? 0 for the minimum value, 1 for the first quartile, 2 for the median. I want the minimum, so I'm going to press 0, close the parenthesis. The minimum is 15,800. So I'm going to just copy this expression and paste it on the next one. For my quartile 1, I want a 0 to be a 1. For quartile 2, which is the median. I want the 0 to be a 2. For the third quartile, I want, instead of 0, to have a 3. And for the maximum, I want to have a 4. IQR equals Q3, which is this value, minus Q1, which is this value. So the IQR is 378,787.50. These are real estate prices in dollars. So then I'm going to multiply the IQR by 1.5 equals 1.5 times this. And then I'm going to find the lower fence. The lower fence is Q1 minus the 1.5 IQR, which is our distance from the quartiles that will generate reasonable values. Everything outside of that will be questioned and inspected. And the upper fence equals Q3 plus 1.5 IQR. So the lower fence is negative 178,000 and my minimum is 15,000. So it's not smaller than that, so nothing there for outliers. My upper fence is 1,336,181 and my maximum is 5,500,000. So actually the maximum is an outlier, and then anything also above 1,336,000 is also an outlier. So 4,888,000 is an outlier as well. The 1,095,000 is not an outlier, so I actually have two outliers here. And I can say that I have two outliers. The two outliers are this, 5.5 million, and it doesn't look here that I have another outlier. Therefore, let me check my Excel. This number was entered incorrectly. So I want to demonstrate here what happens when you have done a data entry error. The nice thing about Excel is that it adjusts everything for you. So if I realize that I have an error in this cell, and let's color it a different color, so let's make it green. What I want to do is I want to correct it, so I'm going to fix the 010 to be just 00, and then Excel is going to recalculate everything and fix my mistake. So now my lower fence is 7,000 and my minimum is 15,000. So 15,000 is greater than 7,000, is not lower than the lower fence. And now my upper fence is 1,026,000. And now the 5.5 million is an outlier, but also now the 1,095,000 is an outlier, but it wasn't before. And the 488,000 is not an outlier. So actually, again, I do have two outliers now that my math is correct. So I have this outlier as well.